Sooner Scoop HD.
The last year been like for you, going from where you were 4 games into last season, that whole process and decision to come back?
Well, I feel like the new coaching staff did a great job, and I applaud them. They didn't have to bring me back, so every day I just take advantage of it. I use my teammates to make sure, I attack every day.
What was it that made you decide to at least explore the possibility of coming back here?
It's nothing really like Oklahoma, honestly. I committed here, and that's what went through the thought process of me coming back. You can't get anything better than this. The development, the competition around here, the integrity, the accountability, everything, just hold all the way down. Can't get anything better.
Coach Venables said today that your family reached out to him and thanked him for your opportunity.
Yes, that's 100%. My mom, my dad, I thank him every day after our meetings. He didn't have to do that again. I make sure I tell him I'm thankful and I leave it out in the field every day.
Why is that? Kind of expound on that if you would. Just the thankful part and making sure you express that to him every day.
That's just how I was raised. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people aren't put in situations for a reason. You know what I'm saying? He's a very faithful guy. He believes strongly in faith, and that's how I was growing. I grew up in church. People deserve forgiveness. We talk about it all the time. So,
what was that conversation like when you went to him and said, "Hey, I want to come back"? How did you feel going into that about how it would turn out, and just what was that experience like?
I would say it was a real selfless moment. I would say it was the least prideful. I had to put all my pride to the side. I felt like football is not who I am, but it is what I do, and I feel like this is what I want to do for a long time. So for me to want to come back here, and of course there's a lot of coaches calling from other universities, and you really can't choose anywhere else. If this is the type of football you play, this is the type of people that you want to surround yourself around, you can't really find that around. Just listening to a lot of interviews with him getting the job, you kind of fill out who he is as a person. And when we talked, we had an hour and a half talk. Just really wasn't about football. I felt like he was trying to find out who I was as a person. One thing that he said to me was, not that I'm that young. I'm 22, but you know what I'm saying, you still make impulsive decisions, and that's kind of what we talked about, making impulsive decisions. People, again, deserving grace and a second chance. So that's kind of what that conversation was about.
You talk about humbling yourself. Was it tough to do that? And what were your thoughts about going the walk-on route?
Not at all. I didn't second guess it at all. I wasn't always the top recruit in high school until I went to junior college. I worked hard. I had to stay in the darkness for 2 years, and you know what I'm saying. Humble is just, my mom is very humble. My father was very humble. My grandfather was very humble. So that's what I was taught. That's my norm. So coming back on as a walk-on is just, I feel like that's the minimum. Football is football. I'm coming out here to play football. I get the opportunity just like everybody else. Walk-on is just how you grasp it. There's a lot of guys that's been on this team that's been walk-on. Drake Stoops, and he's been granted a scholarship. It's just money. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we're out here to play football. We're out here to make these fans go crazy in the stadium.
You entered the portal last year, and after you entered the portal last year, you come back, had that conversation with Coach. Was that like a breath of fresh air to have that second chance? Was that like a new outlook on life, maybe?
Definitely. I feel like it was more so advantage, but taking advantage of the opportunity, but it was seizing the moment. We talked about seizing the moment, staying in the moment. Once I got the opportunity, I ran out here fresh, breath of fresh air. I feel like a 5-year-old. You know what I'm saying? So I love being out here every day. I love being in the locker room again every day. A lot of people, I tell a lot of the younger guys that, it's not fun being at home if you want to play football. You get lost in here saying, I don't really want to be here some days, or the workouts are hard, but at the end of the day I went home and I felt what being a regular student feels like. It does not feel good if you want to play football.
Right.
So that's what I went through.
What were some of the challenges you found once you did come back, whether it was a new staff, being back with this team, new system, all that?
The system, but again, football is football. Adapting, if you really put your mind to it, if you really attack it like you attack it physically on the football field, you attack it like you attack school, and you'll have no problem. This is what you love to do. If somebody cooks and they want to cook and they want to try a new recipe, but they're not too fond on how to do it, a good chef is gonna put their own touch on it. A good chef is gonna find out how it tastes good, how they like it, not about how other people like it. Find out what works for them.
So what's your chef's take on the cheetah position then?
It's an interesting position. It's a mixture of physicality, savvy, speed. I mean, it's a little bit of everything. So, I mean, with me playing corner last year, and me playing free safety in junior college, it's pretty much just all in one. You get to show your physicality, you get to show your blitzing skills, your awareness in the field. You know what I'm saying? You get to play deep safety, so it's a lot of you get to be a savvy football player. So I love it.
How have you adapted your body to change your body to adapt to that?
I feel like I've been trying to gain weight, meaning that when I left, it was kind of hard to sustain without that strict meal plan. You know what I'm saying? I've always been a guy to work out, lift crazy hard, run, but just adapting, just getting that on the field, stamina back is you can't simulate that. Everybody says practice. You practice hard, but once you get in the game, you really can't simulate that. So that was one thing that I focused on with my body, just stamina. I know that I can run. I know I can guard the quick, smaller guys and big receivers. I don't really have trouble with any tight ends. So you know what I'm saying? Trying to find that intermedium is how I adapted it.
How difficult was it for you when you first got here, and you had to, had to have knee surgery, you had to rehab from that? I think you played in JUCO with a banged up knee, so you had to go through all these things before you could actually show how fast you were and what you could do. How difficult was that for you?
I would just say keeping faith. Funny story about junior college. Everybody says like the JUCO struggle. I really didn't think about it. I know I had kind of hindered abilities with my knee, but when you're trying to be the best, you don't really think about that. You hear about the greats, they break their fingers, their shoulders rip out of place, and it's like they don't really think about that because there's a bigger end-all, bigger goal. So that was my thought process when I got here. It was sad. I had my days, you know what I'm saying, but my family is strong, and I really lean on them, and I lean on my teammates while being here, and the guys that are in the league as well. I still talk to today. I really lean on them for, you know what I'm saying, reassurance and confidence, remind me of who I am. And the training staff did a great job. The coaching staff did a great job keeping me in the loop. And this new coaching staff is doing an amazing job. You know what I'm saying? Just making sure and letting me know that I'm still the guy that I was before that I got recruited as, and the guy before I left. So just building that confidence every day is the number one thing that is amazing about this staff.
When Brent gave you another chance, did you know you were 100% physically? I mean, were you still working on it, or did you know you were ready to go again?
I would say consciously, I really didn't think about it, but how I think about physicality is from the waist up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a real squat guy, but I know it's important. You know what I'm saying? But just micro muscles and everything else. You know what I'm saying? Technique is big. It's a lot of things that go into, you know what I'm saying, being physical or being physically ready to come play, practice a whole practice or playing a whole game. So just being ready.
Going back to last season, when you left the team, did you go home immediately?
Pretty much, yeah.
And what was last season like after you left the team? Were you watching the games? How much were you keeping contact with guys? Was there anybody who sort of helped talk you into trying to come back?
I was always rooting on my guys. It had nothing to do with my teammates, and I loved them to death because they actually were part of the reason that I came back. They were telling me to come back, and it's a great opportunity, but they also knew that my situation was unfair in a sense. So I mean, I take advantage of every day again. I talked to Woody, I talked to Key, I talked to Reggie, I talked to a lot. I try to get in contact with Coach Hall every day, and he was recruiting. You know what I'm saying? He was driving through Alabama, and I was calling him every day, shooting Coach via text, making sure that he showed that I care, that I really want another chance, and that I really just made an impulsive decision in the state.
How much did
safety last year? I mean, when you were a recruit, but last year you're obviously working at corner. Were you ever really able to get comfortable at working at that position, or is that something pretty new to you?
In high school, I played corner, so I was a predominant receiver. I played corner, so it wasn't new. I just feel like I'm an athlete. I'm well-rounded. I can play. If somebody puts somebody in front of me, I'm going to do my best ability to stop them, or whatever the coach needs me to do, I'm going to do that. So corner wasn't a crazy adjustment. I just felt like 2 years ago I had a good camp. Last year I had a good camp, and it was coach's decision pretty much. So I still have that confidence, and I still build that confidence throughout the years.
How much did it help you that the teammates embraced you coming back?
That's the main thing. Just having family. I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm far, 17-hour drive. You gotta catch 2 flights to get back to Raleigh. So it's like having guys, you know what I'm saying, like Key. I'm with Key every day. Having guys around like Reggie, and the offensive guys as well. You know what I'm saying, joking around with them outside of the field. That just brings the family. It makes it a family-oriented program, and that's what Coach Venables is really wanting to build. It's not really about football. At the end of the day, yeah, we want to win, and Oklahoma wins, but we want to be a family after this. You see the guys all around at the games, alumni, they're coming back. You see on our staff, it's alumni, our coaching staff, kids coming. So that's how you know that it's not a facade. It's really family-oriented around this place.
Sooner Scoop HD.